Our van build has a fixed shower, not an outdoor shower. I couldn't figure out with those outdoor showers how you could keep your feet clean. And it's awesome to be able to just quickly rinse off before you get in bed. That way you're not bringing any dirt or sand in the bed with you. So we have a full shower, right? And it also houses our composting toilet. The first videos I ever did on YouTube was when I designed my own composting toilet. If you haven't seen those videos, check them out. They're not the best quality because remember, they're the first ones I ever did. But if you want plans for the composting toilet, I'll put a link to those plans in the description below. One of the things we learned in our 18-day prototype journey in our van was that we were okay with a shower curtain. A lot of people talk about the attack of the shower curtain. When they're taking a shower, the shower curtain sticks to them. We didn't experience that. Our shower stall was large enough for us to take the shower without being attacked by the shower curtain. Plus, we can change the shower curtain out whenever we want, and it changed the look of the van. So, we have a shower curtain. It's personal preference. You've got to decide what works for you. I highly recommend, if you're building your own van, take it out a few times during the build process to learn what you really need. Before we go too far, let's check out the footrest. Anytime in a ProMaster, when you put in one of these swivel seats, you're going to have a drop-off in the back of the van. Because right behind the driver and passenger side, the ProMasters drop about, I think it's 6 or 8 inches. So you need to put a little step here so that you have some place to put your feet and they don't dangle like you're a little kid. So I'm extremely happy with the design that I came up with for this footrest. The design and the plans are available in a link in the description. It worked out really well. But there's a little more to it than what you see at first. If you see the rug on here, when we cut our rug, we didn't actually expect to put a rug on the top of the footrest. But we had extra rug left over, so we figured, why not? So let's get rid of that rug. Just toss that over there. And now you see the bare footrest. Now here's the neat little feature. Not only does it have storage, but it also has a partition door. Check it out. So if you just lift up, you have lots of storage under here, and then you have this track. And there's a full partition door. This partition door, the contour matches the contour of the door. So when you close the door from the front of the van, it looks like a construction van that has a solid wall there. It also helps keep the heater cold in the front, and we can lock it so that when we're going to get an oil change or something like that, we don't have curious people going through the living area. With the extra rug I had, I was also able to cover the squishy floor. There's a sheet of wood under that piece of rug to stop the squishy floor from being so squishy. And I was able to put rug up in the passenger compartment. In this van build, I wanted to have removable ceiling panels. I didn't want to have panels going the full length. And after I decided to put these ceiling panels up, these are all covered in marine vinyl. It was a perfect way to have indirect lighting. So the panels that are connected together, in between each one, there are magnetic panels that come down, and up behind the magnetic panel are a strip of LED lights. Let's check those out. So that's my indirect lighting, and these little panels, these little magnetic strips, snap right up there. So if I ever need to replace a panel or a strip of LEDs, it's really easy to access. That's one of the key things about this van build. Everything is easy to access and repair when it becomes necessary. Then moving further into the van, right next to the shower, we have a 10 cubic foot refrigerator. Often I see people do a van tour and they show this little mini fridge, and they say they have tons of space and they don't have to go shopping for a week. I don't believe it, and it's not tons of space. Even this is a small fridge compared to the one we have in our home, but this is a real fridge. It's a 110 volt fridge with a real freezer, and it'll easily keep up with our needs. Right under the refrigerator, we have a really large drawer that we can put our pots and pans in. Right now, not sure exactly what's going to go here, but there's a large drawer under both the oven and under the refrigerator. One of the really nice things about our van build is our extremely large sink. This sink is larger than most. The interior is 23 by 18, and she's about 9.5 inches deep. A lot of people talk about how big their sink is. Well, I wanted a sink that was large enough I could put my spaghetti pot in there and hide it. This sink comes with a nice cutting board. It comes with a colander. It even includes a little drying rack. So there's a lot of nice features to this sink. When you pick out a sink for your van build, highly recommend getting a sink that has the little ledge in it so that you can put this cutting board or drying rack in the sink. It really adds to the functionality of the sink. Now also, one of the things to mention is that in the drain of the sink, be sure that you get a sink that has one of these little cups to catch any debris from going down into your gray tank, because you don't want large chunks of things in that gray tank just sitting there that you can't get rid of easily. So I think this is really important. One of the unusual things about the van build and our sink is there's no faucet. There's no place to just let water run. All we have is this sprayer and the spigot for our water from the reverse osmosis system. But this sprayer right here, when you turn it on, you can leave it on. It'll just stay on all the time. And it has 2 spray patterns. And when you want to turn it off, that's it. It also works as a sprayer. So this van is not a home. So we don't want to have a spot where the water can constantly run. Next up is our oven. We have an oven with a 3-burner top, and it has a little glass plate. This is a pretty standard oven that you see in a lot of van builds, and it's powered by propane. Underneath the oven, we have another really large drawer that we can put our pots and pans. Behind the oven, you'll see this stainless steel backsplash. It is actually, like in a lot of van builds, peel and stick. I think it's going to work really well, but I did double up on the wood on this backsplash, so that if we decide to replace it, it'll be easy to remove and just replace the top portion of the wood. So when we're removing this, we're not actually removing the entire wall. So it's kind of a double layer just to make life easier. Just in case this gets dirty or we want to change the look of the van, it'll be easy to change this backsplash out. Up above that, we also have what I call our kitchen light. The kitchen light can be turned on from both the bed and when you're walking in the sliding door. Up above the sink and the oven, we have cabinets with sliding doors. They have lights inside, and this back piece right here is a plastic sheet that goes in there to make it look good, reflect the light, and hide any wiring that's in the back. If you're curious about that, please take a look at the video about building our cabinets. Then a much larger cabinet is back here in the back, which is for our clothes, of course. And the drawers will go all the way back to one side. So that way my wife can push all of the doors onto my side so that she can easily access her clothes. And there's also a light in that cabinet.